came up with the Quran, anything like it, then that would mean that the Quran is false. Is that right?
Actually, do you mean after the Quran or before the Quran?
During.
When he issued the challenge. When Muhammad was issuing that challenge.
Huh?
When Muhammad was issuing that challenge.
It says in the Quran, if it were supposed to be written by someone else, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this, if it was supposed to be written by someone else, you would have found any contradictions. So
wait,
it's saying
you went to something else,
the Quran,
Yeah, that's something.
No,
that's another challenge. No, that's another challenge. The first challenge that you mentioned was how the Quran says that neither humans nor jinn can get together and create something like the Quran.
Yeah, I meant it in a way like no human, no jinn could have produced the same outcome as the Quran if they were supposed to make it.
It doesn't say that. It says that they couldn't come together and produce a surah like it. That's what it says.
I'll just put the surah on my screen. I'm gonna screenshot it and bring it.
We're familiar with it. We're familiar with it.
Yeah. There's two of it. There's two things. There's two. It's the same challenge, but in two ways. One is jinn and humans can't even come together and create a surah like it. And then there's another verse similar to it that says you can't bring anything like it.
Right.
Yeah. Go on, Jay. I'll put a verse of it.
No, I'm saying you don't need to put it because we're familiar with it. We know what the challenge is. It sounds like you. Are you sure you know what the challenge is?
Yeah. It says that if man and jinn were supposed to, if they become together and wrote something like the Quran, for example, a revelation, and claimed it was from Allah, they couldn't have fulfilled it because you got many instances. Like I'll give you a quick breakdown. You got miracles, like for example, embryology, biological fact, scientific fact.
Where did you get that?
If they were supposed to write it.
Because the Quran just says that if it's not from God, then produce something like it.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you? So this phrase "like it," what does that mean? Because that's undefined.
Do you have the verse?
Yeah, like GodLogic said, there are multiple verses. One of them says bring 10 chapters like it. Then it goes down to eventually say just bring one surah like it. So we'll pull up the verse for you though.
Yeah, bro, give me like 5 seconds. I'm doing something.
All right. Yeah. So okay. So as he comes back.
Sorry for being. I was doing something. You were saying what?
Yeah. So I was saying that the Quran is saying to produce something like it. To produce something like it. If it's not from God, then produce something like it.
Can I have the verse?
What we're asking you, yeah, you can go to like, let's see, chapter.
It's 1038.
Chapter 1038. Yeah, 1788.
1788.
Or 223. It's all over the Quran. Chapter 2, verse 23.
Yeah, just give me a verse. So I don't want to have multiple verses.
Okay, go ahead. 223.
Okay, I'll pull up. Let me see. Let me read it.
It says, "And if you are in doubt concerning that which we have sent down, then produce a surah of the like thereof, and call your witnesses besides Allah."
So it's actually very problematic.
Yeah,
I'm back. I read it. So it says, if you are in doubt of what has been revealed to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, then produce one as forth like it.
Right, produce a surah like it.
Yeah, like it's saying that if you don't believe in this one, then produce one like it. Meaning.
So what? So how does the Quran? Because you earlier you said biological things, embryology, all sorts of different things. But where does the Quran actually say what producing a surah like it means? Where does the Quran define that? Because you said there's a criteria. So we want to know, where is the criteria?
Yeah, got you. So when the you said that when the Quran says produce a surah like it, it was about how people had doubts in the Messenger ﷺ, so they did not believe in the writings and had doubts. So they were saying like, produce a surah like it if you were supposed to believe. And if you decline this scripture, the Quran, then provide a surah like it, even similar to the Quran, that you could, if that's a challenge to these people.
Right. Exactly. So what does it mean to be like it, though? because you said a bunch of things, but where does the Quran say what it means to be like it?
I mean, a surah, you know what a surah is? Like a chapter. It's like, if it says bring forth like a chapter, it's basically saying breathe forth like even one chapter of it, or like a surah like it.
What about a verse?
Yeah, because you have some chapters that are 4 verses long. So are you saying that someone just needs to produce 4 verses and then they've met the challenge? Or what does that mean? No, it says bring a surah like it. It doesn't say bring a book like it.
Revelation, the Quran, and bring a surah like it. Like bring a revelation with a surah like it. So even close to having advanced like, terms and stuff.
So I think so we got past that point that the Quran does challenge you to bring a surah like it, right? We agree that the Quran says that. Okay, now where does the Quran, because you said there's a criterion, so where does the Quran define for us what producing a surah like it is? Let me give you an example. Let's say that me and GodLogic, let's say we build a house, okay? And this house has 3 stories and it's made out of clay. And we say, make a house like this house. Does it mean you have to make it out of clay? Does it mean that you can make it out of stone, but it has to be 3 stories? Or does it mean it just has to be a house? What does it mean to say do something like this?
So like, you know I said if I built a 3-story house with clay, and you said that you could build a 3-story house with stone, for example. You said that, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, it's not clear what like it means. That's what I'm trying to say. It's ambiguous.
So do you reject my 3-story house with clay? Like, do you deny it? Because we're applying the verse into this analogy, so we gotta get some stuff on it. So,
you're not understanding, man. He's just asking you, what does it mean when it says like it? Do you get what I'm saying? If you have a house, a clay house that's 3 stories, and you say make a house like it, what does that mean? Just build any house? Or does it mean build a house specifically with 3 stories? Or does it mean build specifically a clay house with 3 stories? So make an exact copy? What does that mean?
In front of the verse, it says if you, for the ones who reject the...
we reject it. Okay, so let's just be clear. We reject it.
You reject my house.
We reject that Muhammad's a prophet. So the Quran's challenging
you reject my 3-story house, right?
Yes.
Then build you reject my 3-story house with clay.
we reject it,
Then build one that's similar to me, even like...
what does that mean to be similar? What does that mean?
Like even like a challenge you to build a...
What does that mean, similar?
Challenge you to produce a one that you reject this. So like if you reject
Muslim, look,
bring one which you
go
don't
ahead, bro. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
I got you. I know what you're saying.
He's not. Muslim Turk. If I build a house,
like you gotta.
Is it a house like yours?
How's your house? Is it?
Does that meet the challenge?
You can't. Yeah.
Why does that matter? That's what I'm asking. Does it matter how many stories? Okay, so how many stories do I have to build in order for my house to be built like yours? Okay, so if I build a house with 3 stories, but it's stone, is it a house like yours? Okay, so what you mean is, I have to build a house with 3 stories made of clay, right? Okay, so you're saying it has to be an exact replica. That's what you're saying. All right. So he's saying it has to be an exact replica. You have a way that you want to go with that, Jai?
I don't know. They're saying he's delayed. His audio is delayed or something. I don't know if that's something we can fix on our end, but YouTube is good, right?
Do you guys hear me delayed?
I don't think so.
Yeah, try to drop.
Yeah, try to drop and come back. Just drop and come back. Finally got that out, man. Can you rise on your mod? I'm gonna read a super chat real quick. KM Gilbertson says Nabil Qureshi actually covered this in his book, Seeking Allah Finding Jesus, that this challenge has been met. I can't remember or spell the title, but effectively Christian teachings in Quranic
it's called
style.
The True Furqan.
And thanks.
True Furqan.
It's
written by our Christians.
Interesting.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Okay, Muslim is back.
The True Furqan.
Okay, so let's
Muslim. It's interesting that you appealed to this, because this is an evidence that we would actually use to show you that Islam is false. It would substantiate GodLogic's title. Why? Because the true God isn't going to give a challenge like this that is so ambiguous and no one can falsify it. If God's going to issue a challenge, he's going to do something that actually makes sense, right? He's not going to say something that's undefined so nobody understands. So in other words, when the Quran says, if you don't believe Muhammad is a messenger, then produce something like the Quran. What does that mean? Does it mean that you need to write... Hold on. So a surah in the Quran can be four verses long. Like
it talks about the revelation being revealed to the servant, not Prophet Muhammad.
It doesn't say that though. It just says produce something like it. So does it mean that it needs to be similar content to the Quran? Like you're telling stories about people of old or legends of old or prophets of old? Does it mean that it needs to rhyme? Does it mean that it needs to be in Arabic? What does it mean to be like the Quran? It's not clear. And then who's going to judge it as well? Because it says other than Allah.
You need to acknowledge the verse. It says, if you reject the revelation revealed to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, then build a surah like it. So the same revelation you reject, you have to build a surah like it, which you reject. So if you actually reconsider this, you have to build, like, there's many stuff in the Quran, like Tawheed.
So does it need to be in Arabic?
All these stuff. You have to bring forth like a surah.
Does it need to be in Arabic?
I mean, what do you mean by that?
Because the Quran's in Arabic. So does if we reproduce a chapter of the Quran or like the Quran, does it need to be in Arabic?
I mean, if you were to reproduce one, you would have to have a reasoning to use in Arabic. Because are you trying to say that you're trying to produce one after it has been revealed or before it?
Dude, I don't know what's not clear. Yeah.
It's a wasting time. It's wasting time. How about let's try a different angle, Jai. What if I were to tell you that somebody did come up with something
like after the
Quran that it ended up being part of the Quran?
The thing is, it's
no, during the Quran's revelation. After the challenge is issued, what if somebody came up with something so good that it actually ended up being part of the Quran? Would that falsify the challenge?
The Quran has been sent down to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and then it has been mass transmitted as a memory. So people has memorized it, and millions of people haven't memorized. So
I got you. So what? But what if that wasn't the case? What if it was something that somebody else said?
It is the case, though. You can't just make up a new case.
Would that falsify the challenge? Yeah.
In this case, no.
Would that falsify the challenge? That's all I'm asking.
Wait, I mean, yeah, it would.
So if somebody came up with something, so let me repeat it so that you understand what you're answering. Okay. It would falsify the challenge. Okay, very good. So I have something to show you.
Okay,
you know Umar, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What about
Umar?
Show me any.
He actually came up with 3 verses of the Quran.
Oh man.
Okay.
Any source? It's Daif. I'm sorry, I was making that up. But that would have been crazy.
And then Allah agreed with him with what he said and put it in the Quran. What would you think of that?
So the case is, Allah says that it's none other than His words. So any other words that has been directed by something else disqualifies it.
Yeah, I know. If it was somebody else's, you're missing.
Exactly.
Very good. So if it was Umar's words, then it would disqualify the Quran, right? Even if that was the case, you know. I got you. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. I got you. No worries. All right. So, actually, I wasn't kidding earlier. I actually have a source from about Umar doing this. So if you go to Sahih Bukhari 4483, it actually says, no, I'll actually put it on the screen for us to see. Okay. All right. So I'll put it on the screen for us to see. And
so you're saying Umar wrote 3 verses of the Quran.
And let me actually share. No, he didn't write anything. I'm just saying that he came up with 3 verses that are in the Quran.
Yeah, super chat.
All right. Oh, by the way, Jai, got a super chat. I got you. Trust me, just patience. Jay, super chat for you, man. It says, Jai, you are making Muhammad Hijab turn Father Hijab's LinkedIn page into a Wikipedia page.
It got abrogated,
with the sheer number of updates he's doing after your video.
Did you see that one?
It got
The original
abrogated.
one. Bro, we happened
I
to check
didn't
it
know.
one day.
Well, I saw your stream.
We forgot that we wanted to share a piece of information because it was really funny. He said he's like, I'm the founder of this college, just like Colonel Sanders is the founder of KFC. And we thought that was hilarious that he wrote that on his LinkedIn page. And so we go to show it, and we look on his page, and all of a sudden, where it used to say honorary professor from University of Manchester, what happened to it? It's deleted. And then you click on it. It says that his profile was updated less than a week ago. And when did we do our stream? It was 1 week ago. So, bro,
let me see
his honorary professor got abrogated.
That's tough. That's so tough. Tough.
Okay, wait, before you just show it, could you show me
guys, you heard it. A lot of changes happening. All right.
Yeah, you gotta scroll down for the grading.
It's Sahih Bukhari, brother.
It does. You gotta scroll down.
No,
I just want to see
the grading doesn't show at the bottom.
There's nothing in Bukhari.
It's already Sahih. Okay.
I just want to see it. I just want to.
Okay, so let me just show you. Do you see they don't give a they don't give a grade in Sahih Bukhari because it's Sahih Bukhari.
At Sunnah.com, you're not going to give a grade for Bukhari. I mean, for most.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna. Yeah. You've been here long enough to where you should be trusting what I say at this point, man. Just trust me, bro. All right, good. All right, so look, so this is Sahih Bukhari 4483. Okay, it says narrated in us. Umar said, "I agreed with Allah in three things," or said, "My Lord agreed with me in three things." I said,
Yeah.
So this is Umar speaking. I said, "O Allah's messenger, would that you took the station of Abraham as a place of prayer." All right, and then it came a verse. Then he also talks about, so that's one verse that he came up with. All right. There's actually another hadith that records it that actually gives the verses that he says. Hold on. Let me see.
It is. That one is in Musnad Ahmed. 160.
The surah doesn't really matter because I know they explain this. I just want to see the hadith. Just to show me the full hadith.
It gives you it gives you 125 for one verse. Let's do for the rest of them.
Okay, I'll just work with the. Forgot the other hadith, but it's somewhere. Anyway, let's just keep going. All right, so I also said, so Umar said another thing. "O Allah's apostle, good and bad persons visit you. Would that you ordered the mother of the believers to cover themselves with veils." So the divine verses of Al-Hijab were revealed. Just as Umar said it, then it gets revealed. So it's two verses that Umar came up with that ended up in the Quran. Here's a third one. Okay. "I came to know that the Prophet had blamed some of his wives, so I entered upon them and said, you should either stop or else Allah would give his wives, give his apostle better wives than you."
Yeah.
When that's 66 verse 5, it even quotes it here in the hadith. He then says, what happens here? "When I came to one of his wives, she said to me, 'O Umar, does Allah's apostle have it what he could advise his wives with that you try to advise him?' Thereupon Allah revealed, 'It may be, if he divorced you, his Lord will give him instead of you better wives.'" So just like how Umar said it became a Quran verse.
I got you 100%.
So that falsifies the church.
So Muslim Turk, let's just give you an analogy. So let's just say that we quote you, okay? We're going to quote you verbatim. You say a sentence, we quote you, and we put it in our book. And then we challenge the world, produce something like this book if it's not from God. But what do we do in this book? We quoted you.
I got you.
So how are you unable to produce something similar to what you yourself said? You get it?
Yeah, I just want to talk about. It's appreciative if I don't get interrupted because I just want to explain it.
Oh, go ahead. I'm just giving you an analogy so you can understand. Go ahead.
So, okay. So I got two. I'll just say one. But so firstly, the Sunnah.com is a mistranslated website. It is not trusted. You could pull up another website, but it is appreciated. But even for the sake of the argument, I'm going to roll with that, because even with it, there's an explanation for this. So if we were supposed to explain this, Sahih al-Bukhari to, I forgot whatever the reference was, it said about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how Umar agreed with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It first said Umar agreed with Allah on three things, and Allah agreed with me in three things. So it said about how they both agreed in three things. So Allah revealed these three things to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all these things happened, okay? And then Umar agreed.
Wait, stop. I have to stop you. No, because you're about to say that Omar agreed after Muhammad got the revelation. No. When did the revelation come down? After Umar spoke or before?
Yeah. Does it say that in the hadith? Does it say that it was the verses were revealed after? Because, sure. Okay, that's better, because
here when it says divine verses were revealed. And by the way, what you said is not true. The Arabic says the same thing as the English says. Don't try to play games with the Arabic.
I'll just go with this for the sake of the argument, but I know it's well. Anyways, I got you a question. It's simple. So there was no possible way of Umar knowing this, that Allah had ordered him this, correct? Okay, so how did he agree with Allah in this same time nature? How did he?
So so you have two dilemmas here. Either Umar is also a prophet that's receiving revelation from God, or two, all of this is man-made. How
did he agree with Allah?
Either way, it falsifies the Quran.
If he did not have any direct conversation with Allah, it says. If you scroll up,
Allah
it says Umar agreed with Allah. Then Allah agreed with Umar.
Agreed with him.
How did Umar agree with?
It says,
Yep.
My Lord agreed with me in three things. I said, O Allah's messenger, I wish we took the station of Abraham as our praying place. So came the divine inspiration, and take you the station of Abraham as a place of prayer. So Umar said it, then it got revealed to Muhammad after he said it, just as Umar said.
It says about how my Lord agreed with me in three things. If I got you a simple question. I'm gonna give you an example here. If I say something and you agree with me in those things, does that mean you directly just took those words from me and wrote it, or does that mean you already? No, it doesn't, because
absolutely. Yeah, this means that Umar said something, Muslim Turk, and I hope that you're paying attention to this, because this won't go any further. Umar said something, and then it ended up in the Quran. It was so good. What Umar said was so good. Three times. What Umar said was so good that it ended up in the Quran, just like he said.
Simply, if let's say I said something, you agree with me, does that mean?
But you said somebody can't. You said nobody can replicate the Quran. Umar didn't replicate it. The Quran replicated what Umar said.
If I say three things to you and you agree with these three things I said to you, does that mean you cannot write it from before? You cannot have it cannot be with you before, or does that mean it's directly copied after you agreed with me? If I say, you know what's funny about this? If we apply this to the Prophet Adam, Adam said things that Allah agreed with him too, like oneness in Allah. He said even in Surah 5, I don't remember the verse, but it said, I made Adam be it, and I said be, and it is. So when he said Adam just was made out of nothing, Adam, when he was in earth, there was no revelation, no nothing. Adam said stuff. Allah agreed with him. Why? Because Allah, he knew Islam, their prophets.
He's abrogating the Quran.
Adam never said nothing. You're making dude. Okay. Now you're making up stuff out of your own Quran. Dude, it's simple, man. It's simple. Your Quran verses, 3 of them came from Umar. So you said, and this is what you said out of yourself in the beginning. This is why I didn't even bring this up first. We made you say it first before we showed it to you, because we knew the shuffle. You said if there was anything from the Quran that was from anybody else's mouth other than Allah or the prophets, then it's falsified.
This isn't from Umar.
It's disqualified. That's what you said. No, so you have 3 verses that came from Umar, right?
Allah took it from Umar.
Okay, so who did it come from? Hold on. The place of prayer. To take Abraham's place as a station as a place of prayer. Who did that come from? Umar or Allah?
Yeah, I got you. It came.
Okay, good. I'm gonna read it again, guys, and this will be the last time. My Lord agreed with me in 3 things. Please don't interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. I said.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, so who said?
It's Omar.
Who's the I said? Is that Allah or is that Omar? Okay, so Omar said it. Omar said, "Oh Allah's messenger, I wish we took the station of Abraham as our praying place." Then it says, wait. So what happened after he said that? What happened after he said that? Read the highlighted part. What happened after he said that? So came the divine. So what came first? What Umar said or the divine revelation?
I said XYZ.
Goodbye.
So then, meaning afterwards, this was revealed. And then you're going to tell me no one can produce anything like it when he's literally copying from the mouth of Omar? You know, there's another variation of this hadith where it says 7 things.
You can't make it up. You can't.
So Omar might be more of a... There's a variation of this hadith that says 7 things instead of 3 things.
Wait, what?
So Omar might be more of a prophet than we thought.
Well, this is the dilemma you guys have, man. The Quran says that no human or jinn can bring something like it. Well, Umar brought 3 things like it. Matter of fact, this is actually the crazy thing about it. He didn't bring 3 things like it. He said what he said was so good.
Yeah, he just copy-pasted it.
The Quran stole it and made it part of its Quran.
He did what Osman ibn Fitbin did on his...
didn't even give Umar credit.
He just copy-pasted it straight from the dictionary. And bro, we got chapter 72 in the Quran.
Just copy-pasted it, dog.
You want to pull that up real quick?
Come on, guys.
Chapter 72 in the Quran. Watch this. And so the Quran is challenging the jinn and mankind to produce something like the Quran. But what is chapter 72 of the Quran? What is it? How? Okay. And
I mean, the chapter is literally called the jinn.
I think like, first couple verses, yeah.
So what verse are we looking at? Just starting at verse 1? Okay. So it says, "Say, it has been revealed to me that a group of jinns listened."
Right there where it says, they said,
like verily we have heard a wonderful recital.
Almost to us. So Allah quotes a whole conversation, like me and you were talking right now. Allah quotes exactly what we're saying in this conversation, and then challenges us to produce something like it. It's like we're the ones who made the conversation in the first place. How are you going to challenge us to produce something like it? It's our conversation.
Addicted says on YouTube, he says with a super chat, Umar gave me faith.
Remix of
Allahu Umar. Wow. Allahu Umar. Yeah, he's doing a remix. Yeah, Allah gave me faith. Yep. Juan says, if Aisha wasn't harmed during intercourse at 9, then Momo had a small thing less than 2 inches. Alhamdulillah. That's a super chat.
They're saying the audio is
Andrew Wilson's argument.
Oh no. Someone's saying tell Logic the audio is delayed. That's what they're saying.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just
the
one.
Audio
can you guys hear us okay, or is it just one person? Or
Yeah, TikTok. Can you guys hear us? Put a 1 if you guys can hear us. It's delayed. Put a 1 if you guys can hear us just clearly. then. So I'll try to. All right. So on YouTube, it's good, but TikTok is still hard.
We're trying to fix it on TikTok.
All right. How about now? We good? Testing.
Oh, they're saying we're talking over each other because one of our audios is delayed. I don't know, man.
I don't know. We good over here, man. We good over here, man.
If you need me to switch on to StreamYard, I can jump on there with you.
Okay, yeah, we might switch over. We'll see how this goes, and we just might switch over. We'll see. But on YouTube, they're saying they can hear everything just fine.
Okay.
So that's really what matters is YouTube.
Omar gave me faith. Omar
gave me faith. Omar gave me faith. Capture Christianity,
bro. We have scribes that wrote things down, and then Muhammad said, "Yep, that's how it was revealed." And they were just making stuff up.
Yep. Which is why some of them left Islam, ain't that right?
Yeah.
They left Islam
they were
because
producing something like the Quran. Because I know they were producing the Quran rather. They were forget producing something like it. They were producing the Quran themselves, man. Say that again, bro. Say that again.
It's not that they was producing something like it. They was producing the Quran themselves.
That's crazy.
They was producing it. Come on, man. Capture Christianity. What's up, man? He says, yo, Avery, thanks for getting me hooked on the Islamic dilemma. Of course, my brother. Absolutely. And by the way, Sam hit me up, said that you messaged me on Facebook. So I got to respond to you on Facebook. We'll talk, man. He said that you wanted to reach out, maybe do a collab or something like that. So I'd love to hop on with you, man, and join you on a stream or video or whatever. So we'll talk. I'll hit you up on Facebook when I'm done with the stream. All right, and then we got Danny Davis here. Danny Davis with the Super J says Michael Jackson met the challenge on 434 with his Beat It challenge. That's tough, Danny. Come on, man. And then another one we got Vasquez who says GL, the only one that cooks the Muslims. The only one that cooks Muslims more than you is Allah Himself. We love you guys. Thank you all. Jesus is God. That's right. Jesus is God. Let me read one more. Tanay says, what of the Quranic texts that Uthman burned? Were they a challenge to Allah? Or was Allah's word false? All right, let's bring up the next guest. Let's see how this goes. Let's bring up. All right, tell us why Islam is true, guys. You guys do not have to bandwagon off the last guest. You guys can just start a new conversation. Tell us why you guys believe Islam is true, and we'll work from there. Oh, Umar's here.
1 sec.
He said 1 sec. Bro, he was going crazy in the comments.
He should have been ready. Thought you was ready. You should have been ready, big dog.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum, respect to the Muslims. And
what about that? What
logic?
Oh, do you have a bad, like you're in a bad place? You sound like you're in a hallway or a bathroom, my brother.
No, basically, because upside is too much noise. Wait. No. You can hear me clearly, don't you?
Yeah, that's better. That's better. So what did you say? Did you say salam? Did you say salam alaikum to us?
To the Muslims, and then I told you how are you doing.
Why didn't you say salam alaikum to me?
Because we're not allowed to say this to you. We're not allowed to say salam back to Christians or to Christians at all. Yes.
What? Why?
Well,
I thought you were the religion of peace.
Wait, Jai.
I thought you were the religion of peace. You don't offer peace to people?
Please don't.
Omar, don't do that. Don't start that. Don't start that.
Yeah,
you see that there's two of us up here. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Omar, come on. We're all because we're one. We're one. We are all GodLogic.
Why is he?
We're all GodLogic, Omar. We're all GodLogic here. All right.
So we're all GodLogic. Trinity, unless I'm sorry.
Well, actually, there's more than just three of us in here. There's more of us.
Okay.
So why can't you give Christians the salam?
I will tell you, but this is not the topic I joined for.
I know. I'm just curious.
Okay, so two Jews
went up to the Prophet and said, Assalamu alayk, which means death or poison upon you. Yes, and the Prophet said, Wa alaykum, and back to you. So Aisha radiallahu anha got mad, and he told her to calm down, and whatever the, salam or peace Christians or people of the book sent us, we should just say wa alaykum, so back on you, or whatever it is.
But
so
that doesn't stop you from still saying salam to us. Salam alaikum.
It does. I can't greet you with salam.
Why? You still haven't told me why you can't greet me with that. You told me the situation.
Wallahi, I don't have it on top of my head. But I know
because two Jews insulted Muhammad. Now the whole religion can't wish peace on people.
No, because it's a clear hatred that Jews and Christians show to the Prophet. Like it's not a foreign thing. Even if you read the comments of here and how your moderators operate. I was muted for
what does that have to, what does that have to do with you coming up on the panel here with respectful hosts and saying salam alaikum, guys?
Because I'm not allowed to say. If Jesus told you to not say peace to me, would you do it?
Well, see, but this is my thing. Jesus told me to do it. Let me show you.
No, this is a hypothesis. I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm not saying that you should do it or you shouldn't do it. I'm saying this is a hypothesis. If Jesus told you, peace to me, would you do it?
Of course, yeah. So I'd obey Jesus. So you're saying Muhammad commands you not to give the peace greeting to Christians?
Yes, of course. People.
And okay, so then if you're not allowed to give it
to Jesus, he contradicted.
Yeah. Jesus said to greet those who you consider your enemies, but you said you can't do it.
Well, he did call non-Jews like me and you swines and do not give us.
No, he actually called the Pharisees swines. He called the Jews the Pharisees swine. He never called Gentiles swine. So please don't lie.
No. Okay, look, and I don't agree with your interpretation. Even if you call the Pharisees,
I don't care if you agree with my interpretation or not. You're not dealing with what I asked you. Jesus said to greet our enemies. You're saying that Muhammad says not to greet us who you consider your enemies. So he contradicts Jesus, right?
He contradicts the biblical Jesus, yes.
Which is Jesus?
No, it's not Jesus.
So really? Do you have Jesus saying something else?
Look.
Do you have Jesus saying something else?
Yeah.
You keep switching topics.
No one's switching topics.
No one's switching topics. It's an open playing field, my brother. There is no specific topic up here. It just says Islam is false, changed my mind.
Because I wanted to do actually a 2v2 with the Muslim Turk with you guys, but you didn't.
Oh no, you can do 2v1, man. You become legendary after you defeat us.
Yeah, I will become legendary if you let me touch on my topic.
Okay, but you said there's a different Jesus than the biblical one.
Yes, but that's not
what did that one say?
I can talk about this later.
No, I want to know now because I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing because I follow Jesus.
What you want to do or not.
So what did the other Jesus say about greeting your enemies?
We don't know.
He probably said something like force.
No, his Sharia is not for us right now. That's why I don't know. The Sharia I follow the Sharia for Muhammad alayhi.
But so you don't know if another Jesus that you're talking about, this mystical really Jesus, doesn't say anything else?
What?
So you don't know if this Jesus says anything else?
It literally might be possible for Jesus to say this because different Sharias. For example, now as Muslims we can.
So then it's possible. So it's possible that Muhammad.
Just let me say this.
Okay.
For example, on the Sharia of Yusuf alayhi salam, we could prostrate to people out of respect, which is now not allowed. This is a progressive revelation type thing. So it might have been possible for Jesus to say this. No problem.
Okay, so you're saying that it's possible that Jesus said this, and then now Muhammad's contradicting that with further progressive revelation. Yes, this revelation contradicts the last.
If you want to do it so black and white, yes. Now, can I touch on my topic?
Wow, so there's no succession there. There's no continuation.
Please, bro.
There's no one message.
Omar, nobody knows you. Omar, nobody knows you.
No, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about if I'm known or not.
So Omar, I know Muslims like to come up. I know Muslims like to come up like they run. I know Muslims like to come up like they run things, but that's not one of those lives. You can't just come up.
Omar. So Omar, please, if you want to stay up here, Omar, this is what's going to happen. And forgive us, Your Highness, forgive our insolence, but I have two people up here. It's me and it's Jai. So you're going to be talking to both of us. So when Jai speaks, don't try to speak over him or dismiss what he says. You're going to deal with what he says, or you're just going to have to go to another stream, okay? And again, Your Grace, forgive my insolence and Jai's insolence. But this is how it is, okay?
But look, okay, I accept these rules, but you know, he has to obey them too, you know? Yeah, that's
obey them.
Yes. But I didn't say this.
He thinks that we're Allah agreeing with Omar in three things. Look, we're not Allah agreeing with Omar in three things. Look, you don't come up here and make the rules.
I'm just saying that he is irrelevant for me, and I came to talk here with you because you're there.
And I understand, Your Grace, and I understand what you're saying. And again, forgive my insolence, but Jai is very relevant to me, Your Highness, and that's why he's here to engage in the conversation as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. As a matter of fact, just because of that, Your Grace, I'm actually going to be quiet most of this conversation, and I'm going to let Jai deal with you since, Your Grace, you have I guess you said something.
You don't want to.
So go ahead. So go ahead and touch on the subject that you wanted to.
Okay. So it's about Umar radiallahu anhu, and is agreeing with the Quran. It's actually the hadith you represented is literally, that's how not to understand it. It's in Sharh Durar al-Sunnah. This is a book. I advise you to read it. It is about Umar radiallahu anhu saying that he aligned, his opinion aligned with Allah. That's what he is saying. And yes.
That's all you had to say? That was your big argument? Wow. I don't know about you, God. Like, I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away with that.
I shall do.
You gonna make him a movement after that, man. That's
gonna make me a movement, man.
So, GodLogic, wasn't that exactly what you read in the hadith that you pulled up? Isn't exactly what it says?
Literally exactly what it says, Jai. I mean, I'm looking at it still to this day. That's what it says.
It's because when you say agreed with that means you gave the opinion and God agreed with you.
So what does the hadith say then? You only read one line. What does it say?
He didn't let me finish.
What does it say?
GodLogic, be fair.
Omar, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Okay, so look, he's questioning.
So what does the hadith say?
Very fair job. The hadith say that Umar aligned with Allah on these on three matters. That's what is.
Okay, read it though. Read what it says.
I can't go off TikTok.
So you came up here just to say that one thing?
Mm. What?
Because if you keep reading the hadith, it tells you what happens. Omar says something, and then the verse was revealed. Omar says something else, and then the verse was revealed.
Yes, but that isn't like Omar gave his opinion and then God agreed. This is alignment. Omar said something that God.
I'm confused. Isn't that exactly what you said, GodLogic?
No. That's exactly what I
agreed with him.
It sounds like Your Highness agrees with me, Jai.
Me? My Highness?
Maybe he's right, bro. Maybe he's a little above my pay grade, bro.
Okay,
you
so
might have to deal with him. I don't know.
What is wrong with the hadith if you agree
with that?
He aligned with Allah?
So Omar, if I may, Your Grace, the hadith says that Allah agreed with Omar on three things, and then it continues to give the examples, right? And how Umar said something, and then it became a Quran verse, right?
He proposed something.
He didn't, and it became a Quran verse, correct?
Yes, but that's not how, not that black and white.
So let me ask you this. Where did it come from? Like, how did it get in Umar's head to say what he said?
He has hanaka. He's a good ruler. He's like, what do you?
He has wisdom.
He has very much
wisdom.
He's not
okay. Good. So with Umar's wisdom, now let me ask you this: would you say, and forgive me, Your Grace, would you say that his wisdom is divine wisdom, or is it just human wisdom?
No, it's not divine wisdom.
Okay, it's not divine wisdom.
Yes.
So Omar, with his non-divine wisdom, said three things, and then Allah agreed with the things that he said that wasn't divine, and then made it part of the Quran.
Can you? Yes. That's how you understand it. Now, can you?
It's not how I. No. Don't say it, please, because that when you say that's how you understand it, that's when you have just disqualified everything we built. I'm not asking according to my understanding. I'm just asking of the fact of the matter that Omar said three things with his non-divine wisdom, and forgive me, Your Grace, with his non-divine wisdom, and then Allah agreed with what he said and made it Quran verses, right?
Yes, that's not how it is. I want to tell you why. Because
wait, are you saying that that's not the case? I'm trying to understand you. Are you saying that that's not the case, or are you saying that is the case?
Not like this, no.
Okay, so all right, so go ahead.
Can you tell me what align, like define align? Like
define what?
Alignment. Align.
Agreement?
No, not like this. Align is a different word. Align is, for example, you say something like you live now in the US and I am at home and I say, I believe that bricks are red. And you say this in the US. So we aligned on one matter that bricks are red.
Yeah, that's called agreement. That's called agreement.
No, but it's not like when you say agreement, people understand as in I proposed this opinion and then God agreed with me. This wasn't the case.
Yeah, I don't think you understand what the English words mean. You don't understand what the English words mean. So the example that you gave, if you said a brick is red and then Avery said a brick is red, you'd be agreeing with each other. That's what the word means in English.
We would be in alignment on that.
And I told you how to not understand it, which is what the Sharh says, not me.
Okay, so help me out. So I'm gonna just read it. It says, the Lord agreed with me in three things. I said, "O Allah's messenger, I wish that we took the station of Abraham as our praying place." So came the divine inspiration. The station of Abraham, and take you the station of Abraham as a place of prayer. Chapter 2, verse 125.
Yes.
So Omar said it, and then poof, it became a Quran verse, right?
He proposed it, and then he aligned with Allah on that matter. So
Allah aligned with him on that matter, huh?
No, because both of them, when Allah said, when Umar said, for example, that women should wear hijab, Allah agreed with him, but not as in like he proposed this and then Allah made this a verse. That's not how I understand.
Actually, it's amazing because I'm just confused. Because I'm confused on the origin of these verses, Your Grace. It seems pretty clear and explicit to me, and forgive my insolence, Your Grace, that the inspiration is coming from like it's inspired by Umar,
yes,
and then it pops up in the Quran somehow.
Yes, of course. What is the problem with this?
So the problem is that Umar is the source of these three verses, while the Quran challenges us to produce something like it. Umar not only produced three things like it, but he produced the Quran verses themselves.
No, because what you're talking about in Surah, when you, for example, read 1038, read the tafsir for that hadith.
No, 1788 is the one I like. Neither humans or jinns can bring the like of it.
No, look. When Allah talks about, that they should make a surah, He means that it should have everything that a surah generally has, which is described in what Ibn Kathir says. That the surah has to know, when Allah says, for example, in Surah Al-Shu'ara, verse 192 to 199.
I'm trying to see where the missing link is, because it's amazing how we can look at something. You can say that what I'm saying is correct. You say yes, of course, but then you don't. But you disagree with the conclusion. That's why I'm like, I'm a little. Hold on, John wanted to say something. Go ahead, John.
I just want to clear something up because we keep, you know, this is coming to a point up again and again. So Omar, my screen is not. Hold up, screen is not.
وافقني, yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the dictionary. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there you go. Can you read that?
وافق.
Yes, wafaq. Okay. Now what does it mean?
Agree with someone on something, concur with someone in something, be of the same opinion on, be agreed on, be unanimous on. مختصر.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So I just wanted to be clear on that so that there's no confusion as to what the Arabic is saying. That's what the dictionary say that it means. You don't have to rely on me. We don't have to rely on you. Let's go to the dictionary. The dictionary says that it means to agree.
Yes, or to be, it doesn't just say agree. Because
Yeah,
look, I'm not disagreeing with the word, I'm disagreeing with how you understand it. The wording is not the problem.
So what came first? The Quran verse or Umar's words?
Both.
All right. It says, I said. So who's the I said?
Omar.
Okay. Omar says, I wish we took the station of Abraham as our praying place. So came the divine inspiration, and take you, the station of Abraham, as a place of prayer. What came first, what Omar said or the divine inspiration?
And I'm telling you both, because God is all knowledgeable, and He knew that Omar would make this opinion or this, I don't know how to say this in English, you know, this proposal.
I think that's it for us, man. Thanks for coming.
But I didn't finish.
I'm finished. Forgive me, Your Grace.
Man, when they come hot like that in the text, I thought they actually like have something, but I gotta learn to be continuously disappointed when they act like that.
See, no. Don't learn to be disappointed. Just learn who you're dealing with. You're dealing with Muslims. Muslims talk big. Muslims are loud in the chat. So when you know that you're dealing with Muslims, you know to not expect anything.
I know, man. I'm just so optimistic, man. I don't know. I gotta.
Jai, you've been in this longer than me, man.
Every time, bro, I'm hoping that it gets better every day, but it's just like, keep disappointing, bro.
That's tough. Guys, here it is again. Sahih Bukhari 402. I said, O Allah's messenger, I wish we took the station of Abraham as our praying place. So came the divine inspiration. Mm-hmm. So what came first, ladies and gentlemen? If Michael has one apple, and then Caitlin brings another apple after, who had an apple first? They both did.
They both did.
Adam, come here. Goodness. Oh man, y'all gonna make me take out the belt, man. Y'all gonna make me take out the belt. You know what? I do thank God for this though. I thank God for this because when I do have my children, Lord willing, I will have the patience to do homework with them.
That's right.
I'm gonna have the patience to do homework with my children and do the math and do all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready, man. I'm gonna be ready. So
they don't realize that they're helping sanctify you, bro.
Yes, they helping sanctify me, man. They helping prepare me, get me ready. Let's read a couple of super chats. Let's see. I'm gonna just go with Loco. Says, enough is enough. We need to start calling Allah by his real name, Hubal, until Lord Jesus